Yes.
Hello everyone. Namaste. A very warm good evening to everyone. Today on the occasion of Itihasa Saptaha on the date 9th May 2024, we have resource person named as Dr. Sanjay Kumar Manjul, Additional Director General Archaeological Survey of India, New Delhi. Uh, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Manjul is going to talk on the title Archaeological Excavation at Sinauli Site. It's a very interesting title, and this was a great excavation which Sanjay sir has done, which has changed many things in our history. So we thought of introducing his experiences to you. I warmly welcome you, sir, to the platform of the history enthusiast. We know that, of course, you are very, very busy. You have a very hectic schedule. We know that, but in that hectic schedule, you showed interest in the history enthusiast and gave us the time. Thank you so much for that. And I also welcome our honorary president Nandan Shastri ji and founder president Miss Manali Momaya, and also all the audience who are going to join us through the lecture. Now I request Ms. Manali Momaya to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Manjul sir. Over to you, Manali.
Thank you very much, Nidhi. It is indeed an honor to introduce Dr. Sanjay Kumar Manjul, sir. He obtained his MA in Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Patna University, his PhD from Magad University, Bodh Gaya, and his PG Diploma in Archaeology from the esteemed Institute of Archaeology with first class. Presently holding the post of Additional Director General in the Archaeological Survey of India, he has discovered and excavated number of sites in the country, such as the quarry cum factory site of stone members of Harappans near Dholavira, Kutch, Adi Badri, Yamuna Nagar, Haryana under Saraswati project. He also carried out trial excavations at Ambari, Guwahati. During his tenure as SA Patna Circle and Excavation Branch Patna, he conducted excavations at Lathia and trial dig at Sakradi, Uttar Pradesh. Uh, Raja Vishalkagad and Kolua in Bihar. His outstanding contribution to the Indian archaeology is excavations at Binjor in Rajasthan, Barnawa and Sinauli in Bagpat of Uttar Pradesh. The findings of Sinauli considered as the discovery of the century. He is also instrumental in conservation and preservation of centrally protected monuments of northeastern states, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, including World Heritage Sites. He has also contributed for the nomination to UNESCO World Heritage for monuments like Nalanda and several sites in the tentative list. He is also instrumental to develop in the development of archaeological museums across the country. More than 20 research papers have been published in reputed journals, and four excavation reports and one book are also to his credit. He is also an expert member of various universities and institutions, like member secretary for the advisory committee of multidisciplinary study of River Saraswati, Government of India, an expert member at the Department of Science and Technology, also ICHR, besides few such others, including Deccan College, National Museum Institute, University of Calcutta, Magad University, Kurukshetra University, Nagpur University, and so on. Apart from archaeology, he is also a well known painter and poet. It is indeed our great fortune to have a multifaceted personality like Manjul sir on our platform today. And we are very much looking forward to learn from you about the excavations at the Sinauli site, sir. Over to you. Sir, please unmute yourself. So, it will, yes. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Uh, slideshow is there. Continue.
No, sir. You have to go again to the PPT.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Just click on slideshow, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Thank you very much for introducing me, and I'm really thankful to organizers, but of history enthusiast lecture series. Today's my talk actually. The Sonoli is a really a popular talk in many places or many lectures in everywhere. But yes, to talk with the history enthusiast is really important for me, and also for understanding of general people, that yes, some of the site really important for understanding of Indian history, Indian culture, Indian archaeological significance, etc., etc. So that is the reason I chosen the topic, significance of recent excavation at Sinauli. Uh, Sinauli, we all know the Sinauli excavated twice by Archaeological Survey of India. Excavation Branch 2 excavated 2005-6 under Dr. D.B. Sharma's direction. He has done excavation there in Sinauli, and reported 116 burial there that include several type of burial, the extended burial, symbolic burial, uh, and also partial burial, etc. Within the 116 burial, there is very very rich object like a copper sword, and also many other object, bangle, gold bangle, and also the semi precious stone beads, etc., etc. That's a really very very important discovery at the time. But unfortunately, the actual personality of Sonali has not been identified, because the lot of enigmatic object found in the Sonali that has not been identified, because the early precedent were not there, and nothing was reported earlier, so excavator has not identified those objects properly. Now, again, we have decided in 2018 to do some trial excavation there at Sinauli to understand the holistic personality of Sinauli, because site is really very very enigmatic site, because the early excavator the mentioned that it's a late Harappan site, and also they have mentioned that the lot of copper hoard object found in the excavation. And third thing, the excavator published the article uh, that in tell about the date of the site is 2100 BCE to 1900 BCE. 2100 BCE, possibly there is no chance to tell late Harappan, because that time the mature Harappan is already there in the Saraswati Valley, and uh, uh, even in the Indus region. So its site is really very complex for understanding, and there is no such conclusive uh, things come up in 2005-6. So, right from earlier excavation, we are really eager to know about the Sanoli. So, we have chosen in 2018-19 with our co-director Dr. Arvind Manjul. She was in SA excavation branch. So, and I was there in Director Institute. So we have chosen the site Sanoli to re-excavate. It doesn't mean the excavation in the same place, but in the same ground, actually, we can say almost 100-meter away from the earlier site which has been excavated there. Now, Sadikpur Sinauli or Sinauli, or sometime it's called Sinauli or Sinauli, which is also known as Sinauli. It's around 70 kilometer from Delhi, and 7 kilometer away from the Yamuna, present Yamuna River, in Tehsil Baraut and district Bagpat of Uttar Pradesh. So this is the map. You can see the one side, the blue line is River Ganga, and another side is River Yamuna. In between, there is two river, smaller river or tributaries of Yamuna, the river Hindan and river Kali. It's a very small river, and Hindan river meet Yamuna near the Delhi. This is the blue one, the site Sinauli. It's around 7 kilometer away from present Yamuna bed, and this is the Baraut Tehsil and Bagpat district. And overall, this is the Meerut district. So entire land of this area is very, very fertile, and presently extensive cultivation is going on. Particularly sugarcane is very popular in this area. So land is almost flat in infinity, so there is no visible contour in that area. So it's a sometimes it's a very, very difficult to trace the archaeological site in flat ground, particularly in cultivated ground. See, the area is so flat, and there is a lot of water body. This is the aerial view of this area. And this area, yeah, I think you can see my cursor also. This area we have excavated this site, and lot of water body you can see in the present village. Present village is also situated on the elevated mound of ancient mound. Why this excavation is significant? This question arises several times. That why this excavation is very, very important, or in the turning point of Indian archaeology, or in the turning point of the Indian history, or for understanding of Indian culture. And also it's broke a lot of earlier myth and or earlier set understanding of Indian culture, or Indian archaeology, or Indian history, we can say. The unique findings: first, observation and so what we have done in the excavation, and what is the significant? First is the unique finding. We can elaborate the unique finding. What are the unique finding that has not been reported in Indian subcontinent earlier? And another, the observation and improvisation of excavation techniques, because the technique adopted in this excavation, obviously it's a well settled technique of excavation in last 150 years. But in this excavation we try to improvise as per the finding of that area, and also we try to use a lot of modern technique for understanding of archaeological site, such as the modern tool, the scientific methods uh, on site, and after excavation or post excavation also. And another important thing we have adopted, that in situ preservation and safe lifting and transportation of excavated remains. It's a really a very different initiative we have taken to preserve the site as we found, we have not tried to lift everything as an antiquity, but we try to preserve in context with the skeleton and other offering materials, etc., in situ, to for understanding of the general people, as well as the researchers for the future. What are the important discovery? First, the war chariots. The actual war chariots, the actual size chariot we got there, three number of chariot in two different burial, and also copper decorated shield. There is two type of shield. One shield having the copper decoration, another shield having inlay work of statite, and whip and torch, any mashal or chabuk. This is also a very, very significant finding of this excavation. Another is antenna sword and bit hilt. So there is several antenna sword discovered in many of the site, in chance discovery, and that is there in the museum and the private collection and ASI collection, etc., etc. But for the first time, we got the antenna sword with hilt, uh, and also the bow, and arrowheads, along with the arrowheads, so and helmet, the and unique coffin burials. All these are the solitary example of Indian subcontinent, or I can say the not in Indian subcontinent only, but in the world. These are the unique finding in any of the burial of contemporary world or ancient world. The sacred underground chamber is another important thing to understand how they are doing the rituals and the last rite of the burial or the dead, we can say. And then another fine fiance and copper pot also found in excavation along with the burial. And we have also explored and excavated habitational area with multiple furnaces we got there. Probably these furnaces for the making of copper tool or copper weapons in habitational area of this burial ground. The possibly Sinauli is the largest necropolis of Chalcolithic context. The contemporary to Harappan or contemporary to late phase of Harappan, we can say, not late Harappan, but late phase of Harappan or late phase of mature Harappan, we can say. Uh, but this is not actually Harappan. This is the contemporary to Harappan, having relation with Harappan or contact with Harappan. Sonolians, particularly, we can say the OCP, an ochre color pottery, and copper hoard object, we can have together here. And also, we can say because these important findings belong to the weapons, etc. So we can say the grave of great warriors of old world, uh, of particularly in Indian culture. The weaponry found in burial shows warrior group alike narrated in the ancient Indian literature like Vedas, Puran, and Mahabharata, Ramayana, etc. Everywhere we have the references of great warriors in India. So it's a very it's not unlike that we got this object in here in our Indian land of this important object. The highly sophisticated culture, because the material culture offered in the grave is really very, very sophisticated, very, very uh, uh, we can say the very good craftsmanship of this object, and also like gold, silver, copper in plenty in offering. So it's a really very important. So we all know the new understanding of enigmatic copper hoard culture, which was right from the 60s. This culture is really enigmatic, that whether this culture belonged to the Harappan culture or in the late Harappan culture, or this has the different culture in Ganga Yamuna Doab or mid Ganga Yamuna Doab, or it's a expansion, whether it's a copper hoard and OCP, ochre color pottery culture is same or not. So there is lot of enigma. So this excavation uh, deals many of the controversy of Indian culture due to the excellent or unique finding in the excavation. Uh, we have already discussed all those things. You can see the top view, aerial view of the site, excavated area, right from pit number 1 to pit number 10. We have excavated there, and we got the extended burial having full skeleton, and also the partial bones of dead, and also some symbolic burial also here, along with the sacred chamber where they did the last ritual of the dead, and then they buried, and then they pack possibly in the coffin, and then buried in the burial chamber, or we can see in burial pit. We have excavated total 10 burials, 1369. The burial number is within the wooden coffin, and also 3 and 6 having a very intricate carving and seating of copper sheet all around the wooden coffins. And burial number 1 and 9 and 10 are highly decorated with statite inlay in wooden coffin of entire body, and also the leg. The coffin like a cot having the box over it, and 3 secondary burial we got there, and 1 twin burial also, and 2 symbolic burial we have excavated where no bones have been recorded in excavation. So burial number 1, you can see one lady is there in the coffin, and a lot of offering material and header side, as well as the side uh, left side of the burial, and also one horn comb and semi precious stone beads near the arm of this lady. Burial number 3 is like a coffin. You can see the cot is cot like a coffin, having the 4 legs, and all around the leg, the copper seating are there in the whole body as well as the leg. And also you can see below the chariot, the wheel of the chariot, the fully decomposed wood, but in the triangles the inlay of copper is there in the 3 row. It's look like a sun rays. uh, Top view of the burial number 3, you can see the whole component: shield, the torch, antenna sword here, the multiple pot, along with some offering, possibly the helmet, and then this is the 2 wheel of the chariot, uh, and other material we got here. And what are the open area? Possibly this area also having a lot of wooden furnitures, etc., which has not been uh, possible to excavate or identified as it is, because the everything is very perishable in nature. This is the reconstruction how a burial is look like at the time of buried. This is the coffin and this is the chariot place here, and a lot of offering is here. Uh, this is on the basis of actual finding we have done this. Sorry, yeah, uh, we can go. This is burial number five. We can have one antenna sword with hilt and another antenna sword, and this is the copper channel, and these are the disturbed pot at the top, flat top, due to the agriculture here at the top itself. So this is the drawing of antenna sword. You can see the various drawings and original photograph and a specification. This is the burial number six. Burial number six, having at the top of the burial, top of the box, there is several decoration in high relief, and over it there is copper sheathing. You can see here. So this is during excavation we try to understand whether the size and shape. So one of the our colleague, an excavator, Mr. Binay Kumar, is here in the extended, like extended burial here to actual do the. So this is, you can see in the look like how the box look like. This is the original one of burial number six, and these are the drawings of burial number six. This is the reconstruction of burial number six. You can see here that one chariot and another chariot is also here. So we have got the twin chariot. You can see here the twin chariot along with the coffin and other things. So this is another important burial of dog. Burial of cat. So we got the cat burial here, and some of the bigger pot having possibly the semi-liquid or liquid inside. This is the twin burial, and also we got just near the twin burial there is several garland of statite bead of this is the view of the sacred chamber and burial number 10 and 9. uh, so you can see we got the bow here and arrowheads here. So one bow and arrow head we got here in this burial. This is the really a unique finding to have. We can say the earliest bow of the world in physical form we got in the excavation. These are the some of the overview. You can see in the burial number 9. These are the reconstruction. The statite inlay you can see here in the leg, and also the shield they have put within this area. One shield you can see here, the this shield, and this is the skeleton uh, within the coffin, and these are the pot we got here. This is the sacred chamber, and we have done the experiment also to see whether the modern coffin or modern stretcher how fit in within that. And this is the platform in the outer area. This is the wall for erecting of superstructure. uh, these are the try to reconstruct how they are using the sacred chamber here. And also this is the decomposition process, and we try to understand how they are buried inside, and also how they put all those things along with the dead, and also how they put the after burying inside of the pit, they fill the trenches with the mud or excavated earth. They again fill those things like a burial. So this is the comparable with the Sinauli chariot, because a lot of questions arises after excavation, that whether this is true chariot or not, or whether it's a cart or whether it's a chariot. So we try to understand the cart and chariot both. So you can see in the right side the chariot cart, Harappan cart, having a squarish shape of chassis, but in the chariot it's a D-shaped chassis and a smaller one, and a longer axis of pole and yoke. So the chariot, we know the two chariot is two wheel, and also the chassis is around uh, the D-shaped chassis, where, and also the upper structure where one can stand upon, and so this is the for connecting the pole and yoke, also the whole frame, and the chariot wheel you can see here, the central hub, everything is almost complete form. So the several view you can see the twin chariot. This is two chariot. One chariot is here, another chariot is here. So one wheel, and this is the back-to-back two chariot found in the excavation. So you can see at the top view, this is one wheel and another wheel is here, and one wheel inside and another wheel is this side. So one chariot, and this is the another chariot. So you can see the top view of the chariot and chassis and all attachment of the chariot. So the component you can see, it's a look like this, and you can see here how the chassis and the board and whole the chariot look like. So these are the specification. You can see the designing of into the pole, and then yoke also. The wheel design you can see here, how they have designed the wheel, and this triangle is actually copper. So this is the wooden wheel having the copper triangles inlay in over the wheel. So this is not an actual spoke wheel, but this is solid wheel. But it's a transitional phase of the solid to the spoke or multiple spoke wheel. So this is very very important understanding. So these are the on-site drawing which we have done. I have done myself at the site itself, with every detail of the measurement, thickness, etc. So these are the shapes you can see here. Yes, we have discussed what is the cart and what is the chariot. So these are the Harappan cart of various type, and also the wheel type also. You can see the platform and the chassis, etc. of variety of chariot. So this is the statistic of Sinauli chariot, the height, size. You can see the human figure, and the height of the chariot, and the height of the wheel, height of the Indian breed of the horse, and the visibility, etc. So we try to estimate it, all those things through the drawing. So actually drawing I have done myself the drawing for better understanding of the chariot and their use, etc. This is the actual reconstruction, and you can see the whip also, the original whip with the chariot. So this is the comparable with the Mesopotamian chariot, Egyptian chariot, the Roman chariot. So these are the little late from the Sinauli chariot. Only the Mesopotamian chariot, which is not true chariot, it's a four-wheel chariot. But the two-wheel chariot, Sinauli chariot, is the oldest one of the world. You can see the other comparable chariot found in the old world, right from the 16th, 17th century to 3rd, 4th century BCE. These are the some of the drawing of the shield. Also, the similar shield we got here. Uh, uh, and Indian context, the chariot is also depicted in many places, as Sanchi, Bodh Gaya, Bodh, etc. So very similar chariot, but let it evolve, because it's dated back to around more than 1500 years later. So this is a little evolved chariot, in shape and size, but almost same structure. So this continue in very long time, actually. So there is several citation in Rig Veda and other literature also about the making of the chariot, use of the uh, wood and timber, and the burial process, and there is several references in Rig Veda and other area also. So these are the view of the shield. So what we have done the CT scan of the seal, and then we try to understand whether it's a use of the material and shape of the material and manufacturing technique also here. So these are the some of the view of excavation. We can have the dand, we can say, or staff, the earliest staff we can, of any of the excavation, uh, जो राजदंड जिसे हम कहते हैं, तो आई थिंक दिस इज द अर्लीस्ट वन इन इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट एट दिस, हमारे यहाँ रहा होगा, बट द फिजिकल एविडेंस इज अर्लीस्ट वन. सो दिस इज द टॉप, ये सोने और चांदी के मिक्सचर से बना हुआ है. सो देर इज गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर मिक्स around 50-50. So this is the gold object, this is the gold bead, and this is also a gold bead, and this is the comb and mirror also. The one of the burial we got the mirror and comb also in the excavation. So how the elite, this was, you can see the two comb made of horn of cattle, the one mirror, and the gold object and other ornaments also. These are the furnaces we got in the habitational area. We got the 1.5-meter deposit in this area, divided into three cultural phase, right from 2100 BCE to around 1800 or 1900 BCE. These are the some of the pot. These are the how we have preserved the on site and lifted. So these are the process we adopted. Now it's in Institute of Archaeology, and very soon one chariot and some material you can see in the National Museum uh, at Janpat. Uh, राष्ट्रीय संग्रहालय में आप उसे देख पाएंगे. थैंक यू वेरी मच आवर team in Institute of Archaeology and Excavation Branch, local village. Without their support and laborers, we cannot do this task actually for excavation. And the team of Medicity Center of Barot, where we have done all those experiments, particularly X-ray, CT scan, and also they have supported us for portable X-ray, etc. So I'm really thankful of doctors and technicians of Medicity Center of Barot, who has done the tremendous pain for our uh, analysis or scientific analysis or for identification of the excavated material. Thank you very much, organizers and listeners of history enthusiasts, for patient listening of my lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Uh, it was indeed a very wonderful lecture, very well articulated, and one second. Yes. very well articulated and also very very comprehensive and interesting. It was like looking at an excavation which is underway. So, thank you very much, sir, for presenting the various aspects of Sinauli excavation to us and our viewers. Sir, with your permission, can we take up a few questions?
Sure, sure. I love to
Yes, sir.
listen.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So, Nidhi has asked a question. First of all, I would like to present it on the screen. So, whether the horses were buried alive or after they died?
Actually, we didn't got any horse bones there, but according to the size and shapes of the chariot, and also actually, if you see the particularly chariot, which is horse driven, having the long pole and shorter yoke, but in the other cart of other animal driven like bull, etc., having the thicker pole and bigger yoke. And also the chariot cart is entirely different from the chariot. And another thing, we got the whip also. The whip is actually only used for the horse driven chariot or horse, not for the bull. So we are taking a stick on bull, but in the whip for the horse. So these are the few evidences found in the excavation supported that this is a horse-driven chariot.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
sir.
So
sir.
one question visible in the screen: is there a site museum at Sinauli? At present, there is no site museum at Sinauli. These materials lies or stored in Institute of Archaeology, Greater Noida, at present. And so one chariot you can see in very soon, within a month, at National Museum at New Delhi.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Geeta Badikillaya has written, in terms of the chariot, this warrior tribe had similarity with Vedic or Harappan civilization, or did they have some outside influences?
So what we have done the DNA analysis also. We try to understand the ostrontium of teeth also. So the teeth and the DNA analysis of two individuals supported that these are the local people. This is not from outside, migrated from outside. But whether it's a Harappan or not, as per the DNA, the DNA is very similar to the Harappans. This is supported that the right from the DNA link they are the same, but the culture is different. So there is two things. One thing is the DNA, another thing is culture. So there is another reason they are actually residing or having settlement using the local material in the long time. So they have the different culture, but the DNA is almost same, because the lineage right from the pre-Harappan or Mesolithic people or Neolithic people. They are in pre-Harappan period.
Thank you very much, sir. There is another question by Sudeep. A very fascinating lecture, sir. As an outsider to the history field, I'm intrigued if there is any similarity and connection between Egyptian funeral rituals and the burial plots found in Sinori.
Actually, there is no such connection from Egypt, but in contemporary world, particularly either in the Harappan or in the Sinauli area or in the Indus area or in Egypt or Mesopotamia or many other places, the belief is same. Some process of making burials like the tumuli or like making of the pyramids or buried in the earth, is the process is different, but the belief almost in the same of death after life. So actually, and then offering also. So the similarity in the sense of belief, yes, there is very similar in the belief either in the Egypt or other culture also, but the system is entirely different. They have done the pyramids on that, and very very elaborate burial system. But in the Indian context, we are not having that much of elaborate burial system. But yes, if you compare the coffin, etc., the Sinauli coffin is also very very intricate and very artistic, or so that has comparable with any of the contemporary world, or even in the. So this is the earlier one from the popular Egyptian burial. Actually, this is earlier than that.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much, sir. The next question is by Mrs. Chaya Mumaya. Thank you for the very interesting talk. What she wants to know, what is the composition, metallic composition of the jewelry that you have found in?
Interesting. One thing, we got the bangles, solid bangles of gold. Gold is pure gold, not having any mixture on that. The other ornaments like beads, beads and other thing is also in on pure gold. Some of the ornament we got in the copper, covered with the gold foil, uh, and also we got some silver object also, uh, and the copper beads, and copper part of the copper ornaments, and also the steatite, which is called in Hindi silkhadi. It's a calcareous or calcium carbonate things, and also the beads of semi-precious stones like carnelian, agate, and other semi-precious stone also. So variety of ornaments we got here in different burials. So in metallurgy things, particularly in the copper, is also having the 98% purity in the copper, either in the weapons or in the jewelry. Gold is also pure, and silver is also pure. So they are very fascinated actually, or they try to do the pure things actually without any mixture. Only one the top stick top we got the mixture of 50% gold and 50% silver. We don't know whether it's a native or whether it's a mixture of alloying, though we don't know that at present.
Thank you very much. So that is indeed interesting. Then we have some one more question by Manuel Joseph sir. Since RV is mentioned, is it of RV times or Mahabharat times?
Very interesting question. Whether it's a Mahabharata or Rigveda. Actually, if you see Mahabharata and Rigveda, after the Rigveda, you can see the continuity in Mahabharata. So we don't try to denote that this is the Rig Veda or Mahabharata. If you see the cultural component, particularly the material and all that, that's very similar to which is mentioned in the Rig Veda, and also which is mentioned in Mahabharata, because the component in Rig Veda, the storyline and the warriors and the weapons and chariot, that is there in the Rig Veda also, and also there in the Mahabharata. So it's a difficult to segregate that whether it's a Mahabharata or Rig Veda, but having the similar cultural component mentioned in Mahabharata and Rig Veda too. Another understanding of whether this area is very close to, if you cross the Yamuna, the Diswatwati and other ancient river, which is mentioned in Rig Veda, that's not far away from, just a matter of crossing of Yamuna and entering into the reason of Diswatwati or other reason. So it's not far away from that. So if you see the migration of last migration of the people from through the river or crossing Yamuna and entering into the upper Ganga Yamuna Doab by the Harappans also, and then local indigenous people, so might have been the very close contact, or the legacy is almost same. The matter of Mahabharata, the Bagpat is one of the village mentioned in Mahabharata, which asked by the Pandavas from the Kaurav. So there is several possibility that the material culture found in the excavation that may be related with the culture of Mahabharata. We cannot say the Mahabharata war, but the culture or heroic culture mentioned in the Mahabharata, that is very similar to this cultural component of Sinauli, found at Sinauli burial. So the pinpoint whether it's a Mahabharata or whether it's a Rig Veda, it's a very difficult to say that, uh, because it's a continuity of Puru to Kuru of this reason. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You have also answered the question which was raised by Dr. Manjusha Naik in this answer itself. Moving on to the next one, Professor Dr. A.R. Chaudhary has asked, Dr. Manjul, I was wondering as to how early in India, in Indian history, do we get burials?
Yeah. The system of burials is very early. Actually, in Harappan culture, also we have the system of burial. So there is several burial found in Kalibanga. There is several burial found in Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and also the Rakhigadi and Ropar, etc. Many places we got the burial system, and also we got the coffin burial at Harappan culture also. Sometime coffin burial, and sometime they made the brick chamber also to bury the dead. So there is a parallel tradition even in the Rig Veda. So there is all three tradition: burying the dead, and also putting the dead body in the open, and also the symbolic burial, and also the system of funeral. So these are the all systems were prevailing during the time of Rig Veda, and there is several references in Rig Veda also, this burial system.
Thank you, sir. Shiva Krishnanji has asked, what is the carbon dating result of the chariot?
Actually, we got the carbon dating of one or two, three, 4 dates. One date is really uh, very early, 2600 BCE, to 1850 around BCE. So we try to understand that 2600 BC is true or not, or whether it's contaminated or that. But the relative dating of cultural component, we have the top level date of 1850 around. So below that we have two another layer. So possibly 2100 BCE to 1800 BCE, the time bracket of this entire culture. So we got 3 4 dates of carbon date ranging from uh, uh, 2600 to 1800 BCE, but we have accepted that it's a 2100 BCE to 1800 BCE.
Thank you very much, sir. Just a couple more questions. I also had one questions actually. First of all, once again, congratulations on the wonderful presentation. Have any food grains been found in the excavation, and if so, are they similar to any of the modern grains that we have now?
Yeah, we got the rice and also the urad dal, few grains of rice and urad dal. Uh, Probably there is several other things were also there, because the several pots were there. Some of the liquid, possibly, we don't have any scientific analysis at this moment, but possibly some of the pot may have the liquid, semi-liquid also, uh, because shape and size and offering shows that they have offered many things to the dead.
Thank you very much, sir. And Nidhi has one more question she has asked. Is there any unique features in the skeletons found in this in the Sinauli site compared to the Harappan civilization? If yes, what are those specialities?
Actually, if you compare the skeleton or dead body, it doesn't have any difference. But in the offering, Sanoli has a very large number of offering, particularly like chariot and other copper weapons and gold object, etc. Unlikely Harappans having little simple burial, having some shell bangles and little bit of gold, sometime very tiny, one or two gold or estetite ornament, and it's a very little one. But yes, the pots, etc. offering is almost similar of Harappan burial as well as the Sanolian burials.
Thank you very much, sir. There's one last question. What are the predominant settlement evidence that, other than we discern from the burial contexts?
Actually, if you see the settlement, the burial is very occupied the large area. The eastern side of the burial, they had settlement, proper settlement. Unfortunately, most of the area is already destroyed by the villagers, particularly settlement, because in the settlement there is deposit is very thin, 1.5 meter around at this moment. Uh, but because possibly they have used a large amount of timber, because that is available in the surrounding at that the alluvial plain. So that is the reason the mound is low, and also the villagers lifted almost 1 meter deposit upper side, and for better cultivation of that area. So that has also destroyed the almost entire mound. The burial, why burial is there, or some burial is preserved there, uh, just below 20 centimeter or 30 centimeter below the present ground. But actually that's a 1 meter below the ground, actual below the ground at the time of they buried the inside. But because of uh, the cultivation and the the actual the Punjab, Haryana, and that UP in that area, the tradition of that to removing the upper layer of soil for either the brick making, etc., and they are selling that the land soil. So that is the reason most of the things already destroyed. But yeah, yes, we try to excavate that area of few trenches, and we got lot of furnaces there, possibly for making of copper weapons and other tools or other things at the site itself. Some of the area is already intact, or we can call some remains are intact there, to understand the cultural component of that area, and that has the OCP or ochre color where very uh, frequently, and that area.
Thank you, sir. The questions are still pouring in, and they are very interesting. So, uh, I will just take up those two questions if you permit. What are the scientific aids that has been used in this excavation? That is one question. And what could be the significance of the cat body found is the next question.
Okay, that's a very interesting question. What we have done in excavation, actually, in the scientific way of excavation, one thing is we try to excavate according to the burial. So first we have done the horizontal, and then again, after understanding of the coffin, etc., we try to cut according to the size and shape. So before visualization of all those things uh, uh, actually help us to understand and excavate those things. Another interesting things we have done the CT scan at the lab of some of the mud lumps, to see whether in within the mud lumps there is anything having to understand, which is decomposed, already decomposed. So we got the impression of copper sheet and the nails pouring in those area, which has already been decomposed, particularly the wooden part is totally converted into mud. But the pouring of nail in sequence, that given us the, yes, this is not a mud, this is actually wood. uh, and another thing we have done, the photogrammetry, to know the each and every inch of the contour of that area, and also the scientific exploration, the 3D scanning at the first time in the excavation, uh, and also the post excavation, or in the during excavation we try to identify the metrology through handle XRF, uh, 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 which is not normally used during excavation. So not only the CT scan, we have done the X-ray also on site, with the portable X-ray, as well as on the desk X-ray at the lab itself during excavation. So these things help us for understanding of actual remains, which is has already been either decomposed, which is not visible by the eye, naked eye. So and also some decomposed wooden design also we got there in CT scan and X-ray also. Uh, and another several things like DNA and all type of scientific tools we try to understand those remains. Yeah,
Thank you, sir. The last question, which piqued my interest very
yeah,
much,
cat,
the
cat
significance of the.
burial. This is for the first time in any of the excavation. We got the cat burials. It's a proper cat burials. Possibly it's a domesticated cat, and we got twin cat. Actual two cat over one, two individuals of the cat. Or along with the cat, they also offered a lot of pot also along with the cat, and possibly this that dead body of the cat also kept in one wooden box that has been identified in the CT scan. because that is not visible by the naked eye. It's a totally decomposed one. So significance of the cat at that time. So we have the evidence of dog in excavation at Burj Home, where the dog has been buried along with the skeleton, and now we have the cat burial also. So this shows the domestication at that time, and also the connection with the our habitation and all that, with the animals particularly, and love of the animals also. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. That one tradition has still continued, and the
Yeah.
domestication of animals has traditionally come to us. So, indeed, very interesting, sir. And once again, I would like to thank you, sir, for this absolutely riveting, as Dr. Geeta ma'am has told, a very riveting talk. So, a very riveting talk of a rare site that had the largest number of burials, coffins, and also chariots. Uh, and we have a lot of congratulatory and messages of gratitude. Very useful sessions, sir, by Dr. Shivaram Krishnan. And Professor A.R. Chaudhary has written very informative talk, and Hari Priyaji has written, it was a great presentation. And we echo the same sentiments, sir. We have learned a lot from you today. And I would now like to request the founder vice president of the History Enthusiasts, Ms. Nidhi Katti, to propose the vote of thanks.
Indeed, sir, it was very, very knowledgeable talk, and it created a lot of enthusiasm in us. After the lecture, surely me and Manali are going to open the internet and read about the whole excavation, surely.
Let me say,
And
we will also try and visit the site, not just read about it.
sure. So we will surely do that. And thank you so much, sir, for giving this beautiful lecture on the platform of the history enthusiast. And we expect your guidance and support for the history enthusiast in future too. I also thank our honorary president Nandan Shastri ji and founder vice president Ms. Manali Momaya, and all the audience who were very, very active and enthusiastic throughout the lecture. And stay tuned for tomorrow's lecture. Tomorrow is Akshatritiya, and we have a new resource person, new title. Stay tuned. Shubhratri. Good night.
Thank you very much, all of you, organizers, president. Uh, uh, I really thanks all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Tomorrow's lecture is also on a very interesting topic, historical
Yeah.
development of Maru style temples by Dr. Tamek Panwar from Rajasthan. So, we wish that our audience will show the same enthusiasm and participation tomorrow as well. We are signing off here. Stay blessed. Thank you.